Yeah, baby.
About that time, y'all. It's about that time.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're running a little late, but it's well worth it. He won a World Series championship. As a member of the Chicago Cubs growing up in the suburbs of Chicago, I've been a Cubs fan my whole life. It was an unbelievable moment. Still doesn't seem real. But I know it's real because I watched it with my own two eyes. He's got a book. He's on Dancing with the Stars. And now, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, if everything goes according to plan, David Ross?
What's going on?
Hey, buddy, this is Tony Tone, and you are live on the radio in the beautiful state of Iowa. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me, Tony. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to talk about the book. It's been a special thing going on in my life. It's dancing. Things are going great for me right now. So I'm glad you had me on.
Well, this is the home of Field of Dreams, and now David Ross. The book, Teammate, My Journey in Baseball on a World Series for the Ages. Congratulations. I imagine that... David, I watched the World Series. Obviously, I grew up in Chicago in the suburbs, been a Cubs fan my whole life. Was it challenging for you to remember all the details of the game, of the emotions in the dugout? I mean, talk about that for a second, because to put it to pen to paper and then to put it into a book format couldn't have been that easy, right?
No, it's not easy at all. It took actually a lot of help from others. My author and the people that helped me write the book would call my friends and teammates and just get stories, and then they would ask me about the stories, and then I could elaborate on them, because you forget so much, and there's so many great things, and each person and their story that they're involved in is told differently, and it affects each person differently. So when they talk to my teammates and coaches, staff, and people that I've run across in my lifetime, they bring back a lot of great memories. So it's actually a really emotional thing to go through, of writing a book and putting your story down on paper for all to see. And it's a scary thing, to be honest with you, and all the moments you had, the bad moments in your career that helped shape you, and the great moments and the great people that helped shape you to be a world champion at the end of your career, and all the great things that are happening to me still. I'm so thankful for. But it was a fun process and an emotional ride to go through that.
It's a whole different sense of vulnerability, isn't it, when you put out a book? Because
No doubt. I mean, well, you see all these people come out with books, and they're so controversial and what they say, and that's the last thing I want. It was to piss anybody off, or to think that a bad moment in my life wasn't actually turned out to be a positive, because good and bad, they've all shaped me to be who I was, and to get all this credit that I was getting at the end of my career for this young team. That was a product of a long, hard journey in my life of baseball. So you're very vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. And, again, being a backup catcher and a career 220 hitter, I was thinking, who wants to read my book and about a book about me and my career? But it's great that it's getting such positive feedback, and I'm super, super proud of it.
Do you know, David, that when the book is about to come out, that Radar Pictures is going to develop a movie based on the book, or does that happen before or as you're working on the book, or what?
As we were working at, when we finished and kind of, didn't have it all finished, but as you're working on it and we're right at the end, Radar had called and wanted to read it and loved my story, and they fell in love with the book. And Ted Fields, we had a meeting and sat down, and a guy by the name of Ram is writing the script. So there had been some meetings prior to this, but not a whole lot, and it's still very early in the process. But I don't even know who I am anymore with all the great things that are happening to me. I feel like Jared Jeter, David Ortiz, or somebody like that. It's just a lot of cool moments in my life going on right now, and I'm so thankful for them, and that's just another one of them.
And not to mention, obviously, Dancing with the Stars and the success of that. I mean, your schedule is, I don't even know how you have time to do this interview. You're just everywhere.
It's a little crazy, but, it's such a short period of time and such a unique opportunity. When I signed up for dancing, I definitely didn't think it was this much work, and it's a lot of hard work, but it's so rewarding at the end of the week when you when you perform your dance in front of a live audience and millions of people, and you get such positive feedback. It's a lot of fun, but it is work, and it definitely. My wife asked me, she was like, "I thought you were retiring." So she's like, "When are you actually coming home?" So it's been a crazy process, but I am traveling back and forth to see my family each week, and to Florida from LA and back and forth, and still doing some stuff with ESPN coming up and the Cubs. It's a crazy, crazy journey.
Well, when I posted on Facebook that I was going to talk to you, it just absolutely blew up. And if you're okay with it, David, I want to try and just kind of like do burn through some questions from fans. Can we do that really quick?
I would love that, and I appreciate you putting that out there. I've gotten so much support to even still be on Dancing with the Stars. I feel like all these people are voting for me. It makes me really feel special. So, of course.
All right. So Jordan says, how does it feel to be part of a team that broke a curse that lasted 108 years? That's from her 10-year-old son, Hunter, who's a huge Cubs fan. That's awesome. It feels amazing. I mean, the things that I was able to accomplish with this team and be a part of, it's life-changing. And I'm so thankful for those guys. What I'm most proud of is that I have a relationship and a connection with that group of guys in that locker room for the rest of my life, and I wanted that so bad because they're great people as well as great players. So it feels amazing just about the people that are in that organization, that family atmosphere. I feel like the luckiest man alive. Nikki says, how has Dancing with the Stars changed your life? Maybe it's improved your cardio a little bit. I mean, right? It's crazy. I've lost about 12 pounds, so that helps. It's a lot of hard work, but it's changed me in the fact that you learn a lot about yourself and the frustrations of teaching yourself something new and over and over again of failing at something before you get it and how to persevere. It just really will change you as a person because you it's just you and your partner, and you go through such failure and such uncomfortable situations for somebody that doesn't know how to dance. It's really changed my life in a positive light. Eddie says, during the final seconds when Bryant threw the ball, what were you thinking? Who were you thinking of? He goes on to say, I've been a Cubs fan my whole life. My 5-year-old son, Aramis, is a huge fan, dreams of playing baseball one day. What advice would you give parents to young children that are obsessed with the game? So let's start with what were you thinking when Bryant throws the ball, and then we'll go on to the advice to parents. Yeah, I think like everybody else, you're holding your breath when you see him slip a little bit. And so you're trying to figure out just when is Rizzo going to catch it. And when he caught it, I mean, it was just like such a sense of relief and such a emotional ride. I couldn't obviously, if people that watch the video, I couldn't get over the fence fast enough to get out there to those guys. And I felt so lucky when that happened in that life-changing moment. But, my advice to parents is to let your kids have fun. Not everybody's able to get all the way to the major leagues. Little league may be it for your son or daughter, or high school or college, or even minor leagues or professionally, whatever it is. But you want baseball and sports to be a positive influence on their life, because I think it shapes character in young kids and how to overcome adversity in life. And the more you fail, baseball is a game of failure, the more you learn to pick yourself up and get back at it and continue to work hard. So I would say enjoy it with your kids instead of putting so much pressure. I feel like parents think everybody's going to the major leagues at 12 years old, and make the game fun. They're going to play better if they're having a good time, and they're going to want to work harder if they're having a good time. It's a tough thing. My brother Brian was in the Angels organization as a relief pitcher for a brief period, and it's I don't know how people. I mean, it's so hard to make it. David Ross, the last question I have is, where's the ring and how heavy is it? The ring is definitely heavy. It's got a W on the side that when you shake hands, it'll cut you up a little bit. But it's at home. It's in my house in Tallahassee, Florida, where I live, and I take it when I go on certain shows or do appearances or whatever. I wear it, but for the most part, it just sits at the house, and it's on my counter, and I just sit there and admire it every once in a while. It's unbelievable. David Ross, the book, Teammate, My Journey in Baseball in a World Series for Ages, is out now, also on Dancing with the Stars. Please come to a book signing in the great state of Iowa. What if we did it at Field of Dreams? It's about an hour from here. We can make it happen. I would love that. Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate all of the support on dancing and people buying my book. I feel so lucky. Thanks for all the support. David Ross, go Cubs, go. Thank you, buddy. Take care. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.